that out.
Fucking Motown Christmas is awesome.
I'm gonna pee and then I'll start recording.
I'm already streaming and you're not even recording? Jesus Christ.
We didn't clap? Did we clap? We didn't clap?
Yeah, because we don't clap until everybody's recording.
We don't have the clap this week, Steve.
I'm gonna start recording and then I'm gonna go
Steve,
pee.
you gotta start. You gotta take care of your clap, dog.
Bro. Just priorities. How do I use Twitter?
I don't know, but I don't think that's ever stopped anyone else. So you're good. You're probably good to go.
Welcome to Just Shooting the Shit Radio, where we're just sitting here shooting the shit. What's up, guys? How do I use Twitter again? I hit the search. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm on.
Do you even Twitter, bro? Hey, Ben. Ben, I hear that your account has to be public so people can see your tweets.
Pro tip. That's a real pro tip,
that's so
Scott.
Funny. Christmas special extravaganza. Oop, I spelled that wrong. Start,
Guys, we gotta get moving. We got a raid layer to run tonight.
TV.
Wait, we do?
Dead Ben Malone.
What us PC boys do?
Man,
Frame boys over here.
Y'all
We
are
gotta run
racist.
the raid layer.
Racist.
It's Framesist. Thank you very much.
Frame cyst, whatever.
Yeah, get it right, dog.
Classist. Some of us can't afford these fancy fucking lookity box computers like you guys got.
Lookity box.
I love it.
Box.
Dude, I heard that one time on a TV show. I'm like, that's amazing. I'm using it to describe computers and TVs.
Oh my
from
god!
now on.
So this episode's called "Fancy Lookity Box."
Slap shot.
What the fuck did I miss?
They were frame shaming Steve, and I told them that not. Yeah, they were frame shaming. So I told them not all of us can afford.
Okay, the episode title is
shaming?
"Frame Shaming My Fancy Lookity Box."
So I had to remind them that not all of us can afford a fancy lookity box computer like they did. Like they can.
Frame shaming. Gosh. Okie dokie.
Oh, Scott, make sure your recording has your microphone set as the recording device.
Yes, I did that last night when I was screwing around checking audio, so I think it should be pretty. Yep, we're good.
All right, dope. I'm ready to
Let's
clap.
Oh,
All right, ready? 1,
Mm-hmm.
2, 3. Oh my god, you guys were all in. Oh, that was crazy.
Fucking right.
It's a good clap.
Let's get it, boys.
Oh, did we tweet? Let me tweet.
I did
Oh, good.
from our account.
Yeah, Ben had to
tweeted.
learn how to use Twitter, apparently.
Buenos noches, señores y señoritas, and welcome to Barely a Destiny Show, the Christmas special. The show where we barely talk about Christmas.
but we definitely are special.
I'm your host, Det Ben Malone. With me tonight for this Christmas special, we've got my brother Xanafan711, Slapshot Scott, and the scariest internet guy.
Hey,
What up? Hey, guys.
Scariest of all internet guys.
What's up?
you got it.
Why did Santa Claus send his daughter to college?
I don't know, Steve. Why did Santa Claus send his daughter to college?
I'm nervous.
To keep her off the North Pole.
I thought it was going to be something about a hoe, like she didn't want it, he didn't want her to be. He didn't want his 3 daughters to be ho ho hoes.
It kind of was.
Yeah, it's pretty much right there.
Hey.
So
A follow-up question. Do you know why Santa is so jolly?
I don't.
Something ho ho ho's.
Oh, because he knows where all the bad girls are.
I heard that joke on DTP already. I'm ashamed that you would try and tell it.
You did? Oh, well, Drafty sent it to me, so I'm blaming Drafty.
I blame Drafty too.
I don't know who you guys are talking about when you reference this dude. I'm just kidding.
I gotta be honest. I don't know who he is either. But I follow him on Twitter, and he's in our Discord.
Guys, the band of the week this week is Peter McDermott. And We got that from Tiny Heart as usual. And if you want to talk to him, you can go to our Discord. Well, how do you do that? You go to our Twitter. Pinned at the top is our most recent episode and a link to that Discord. Once you're in there, maybe you like hanging out with us, you want to be in that clan, go ahead and go to the channel called Join Clan. You can join that on our clan, and we can party like there's no tomorrow. Don't feel like joining the clan? That's okay. Be a PC Master Race Dick and go into the Unlimited Frames channel and just shout Unlimited Frames. It's a glorious place to be. If you want to hear your band on the show, you can send us an email. Send it to barelydestinyshow@gmail.com with some links on where we can find your music. That would help us a lot, and what would also help us a lot is iTunes reviews. 5 stars, that's it. Don't care. As long as it's 5 stars.
You can put whatever the hell you want in there.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm using a new setup tonight, everybody, and I keep trying to use the wrong...
By the way, in case you wanted to hop on that long train starting with our Twitter, you can find that at barely80s.
Yeah. Damn, I thought I was doing a great job.
Dude, you are. You're killing it.
Yep.
Getting business done tonight.
That's the ticket to ride is at barely80s. That long train of possibilities.
Sure.
Ticket to ride.
Tonight's episode is brought to you by Eggnog, helping you deal with your in-laws since the 13th century. Eggnog.
Who's hitting that nog tonight?
I wish I was.
Or are you guys still recovering?
Do you guys like Noggle Togs? Sorry, that's what I call alcoholic eggnog, is Noggle Togs.
I was going to say, I don't even know what that is.
I'm hitting that eggnog minus the eggnog.
So just rum?
So I'm just drinking bourbon.
So just rum.
Do you put bourbon in eggnog?
You probably can. Why not?
I mean, you can put it in there.
It's
Whatever
a
you
brown
want.
liquor, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Don't at me. People are probably going to at me. I'm probably really wrong.
You guys...
It's all right.
Wait a minute.
Everyone
you
on the
buy-
show is too
Evan-
old to be saying don't at me.
Can't you buy... Okay, hold on a sec. I got to address that in a second because I actually do say that now, and it's funny.
I think it's hilarious. It's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Look,
I said it to my wife the other day. She's like,
"You're all
"What?"
triggered me. You all triggered me, fam.
I said it to my wife the other day. She's like, "What?" And I said, "It's a Twitter thing. Don't at me." And she's just like, she just gave me a look like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Your wife has a lot of
A look
those
we're all
moments where she
very
goes-
familiar with.
Yeah.
I get
Twitter
them too.
and now Discord too.
I get them too, where my wife will look at me and she just goes, "You're an idiot." Just that.
Yeah.
That long pause.
Yeah,
And she's not wrong.
I get that look, and my reply is always, "You married me."
Yep. You're stuck with me. We have a child together.
Yeah, exactly.
To answer the previous question,
and you're about to go
still
ahead.
recovering from last night with more booze.
So last night,
This is your hangover cure, Zan?
Yeah, he's hair of the dog.
I went through the steps. This morning was coffee, a full pot, and that got me to just be able to kind of function. And then a lot of water throughout the day at work, and then finally some food, but not until 8 o'clock.
Well, and the thing is, after all that coffee, you're all jazzed. You've got too many uppers in you. You need a downer. You know what I'm saying? Like you need a depressant. You gotta balance it. We're all just medicating ourselves here. It's no big
There we
deal.
go.
Flow state, man.
Cheers.
Just trying to get into the flow state. No, I'm still drinking. I'm drinking my Java the Stout.
Now, see, I didn't have any leftover beer after last night.
Steve, can you bring this up? Because Steve was like, "We're all hungover, right?" And we're all like, "No."
All right, to be clear, I wasn't really like hungover. I was just like the
It's okay,
groggiest ever.
Zan. This is a safe place, man.
Steve's like, I'm still
it's fine.
Oh, no, I've been actually hungover like twice, and that is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, I mean, there's varying degrees of that. I'm just saying, I only had 3 beers last night. I just thought it was funny that like you drank a 6-pack and you're like, "Yeah, we all did that, right?" And we're like, "No, you did."
Sorry, dude.
Scott didn't have anything. Guys, we were on the Potato Thumbs podcast last night, and
It was
that's the
dope.
reason why this episode we're pretty much going to keep it really short and not really talk about Destiny or anything, because that's the way it goes. I mean, we are going to talk about the Dawning, but
Yeah.
if you
Yeah, but
wanna-
just
if
go
the
listen to the
two-
Potato Thumbs podcast.
Yeah,
You should be listening to Potato Thumbs anyway.
Yeah, so
But-
Yeah.
if this-
What have you been doing?
Last night was just It was crazy. So.
It was fun. It was 2.5 hours. So think about this
Of
episode
madness.
plus their
It was.
episode, and we'll have 2 episodes that are like still kind of long.
Yeah. Ben kind of commandeered it.
Money.
Look, it needed
Oh no,
to end.
Fluffy and I were in the same boat last night. We were by the end of the show. It was just like we were just there for the ride. So
Look, if you want to know more about it, just go listen to it.
yeah,
The dawning is
exactly.
happening right now, guys, and I'm going to tell you real quick. I love throwing snowballs at people.
Fuck
getting
yeah.
Oh
thrown.
yeah, dude.
Absolutely. And in strikes, man,
It's fun.
it's so fun. I went in the other day. I played one of the Savathun song strikes. Or no, it wasn't Savathun song. It was the Arms Dealer, or it was the Pyramidian. And like, there's just the snowballs chilling right there in the middle of fucking IO,
Yeah,
which we were talking about. We're like, wait, what? But it was great because you just basically I ran in. It's like having like extra heavy. You just pick it up and throw it, and you know regular ads die. Some of them just stun and sit there scratching their head like, what the fuck?
I like to
and then
hit
you
my
just-
teammates with it.
Oh, that's all I've done. I haven't even thrown it at a single ad. I
That's
just
equally
keep
fun.
hitting my teammates with it.
Yeah.
And if you hit a boss with it, it's basically like a tether on the boss.
Yeah,
Oh,
for a short
I did not
amount of
know
time.
that.
The thing that I like doing with it was when the blueberries I was running the strike with the other afternoon would do something dumb, I would throw it at them. I've resorted to actually throwing them in public events, like the Titan Walker one. I had somebody who decided to try and kill the walker before me and
Can
2
I
other
please
guys.
do that on Mercury.
Yeah.
Stop finishing that stupid public event without
Yep.
turning it heroic. Oh my
Yes.
Oh
god.
my god!
Can we just PSA that right now for all
I think
public
we should.
events?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, let them go heroic. What the
Okay.
fuck is wrong with you?
Here's how you do it heroic in case you're listening and right now you're sitting there in shame going like, I can't believe I'm that guy. What you got to do is after you go to the first island and you kill the Templar looking thingy, the floaty guy with the shield.
Whatever the yellow bar is, yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's different ones as
You,
well.
you dunk the things in the middle and don't jump back to the middle island. Behind the where the Vex gate is, you'll see some crystals and just keep shooting crystals and jumping on platforms till you get
They
to
look
the
like
top.
stone oracles, basically.
Yep. And when
I
you
gotta
get to the
say-
top, you just stand in the ring and then it's heroic. Stop
I haven't-
fucking me over.
I haven't had
Yep.
that issue, to be honest.
Oh my
like
God,
ever
this
since I
happens
learned
so
how to
much.
do it,
Dude,
I
it's
just
awful.
don't bother with anything on the first island. I just immediately run to where I need to be, and then as soon as I hear them dunk, I go. I always beat them to the. I always get it done.
What
The
else
issue
do you
that I-
guys like about the Dawning?
What?
The music in the tower
Yes.
is so good.
Dude,
Goodness gracious.
Literally everything
It's
about the
so
Dawning is
awesome.
great except for the Dawning stuff. I don't really care about the Ghost Ship
Yeah.
Sparrows armor, any of that stuff. Like
Yeah,
it's
I'm
not
with you.
it's not an anti-Eververse thing either. I just don't care about it.
I just don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
not-
have the conversation about loot crates.
Yeah, no, like it's not even about that. It's just like not interesting to me. Like I don't
Yeah.
really
Yeah, no.
I don't really even want it. So
I
like
gotta agree there with Steve. It's not really my style, and it doesn't really provide any benefits over some of
It
the
doesn't
other
have
stuff.
any skulls on it, so
Yeah,
Scott can't really be bothered.
It's not punks enough, man. And I spelled that with an X because punks.
Just a couple of old punks talking about Destiny.
Yeah.
The music
I hear
is-
you though.
the music
None of
is really
that
cool,
armor
the
is
verse
appealing
really
to
nice.
me at all.
yeah, but like Mayhem's dope. Like the snowballs are
yeah,
dope.
it's
The
so
music's
fun.
dope. Like everything about the Dawning is dope. I just don't really like. I have no desire to grind for the gear. I just
And
don't want. I
I
just don't
do-
want it.
I do have to say, one of my favorite things for all the seasonal events in Destiny, this was even with Destiny 1, is the day it drops, it's like you're going to a party for that holiday in Destiny. Like you're going to the tower, you're like, yo, Festival of the Lost, there's gonna be fucking lights all over the place. It's just
dude.
gonna look cool. And then you land on the tower on the Dawning and it's like there's snow everywhere, ice crystals, and you're like, dude, it's fucking Christmas. I wanna like sing some Christmas carols with other Guardians in the fucking tower and take selfies and drop mics and do hilarious shit like that.
Cool.
I want that selfie emote.
That's all I
care
need.
about.
I sharded like every Eververse thing that I have just so that way when that comes up, I can buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
I'll
that-
probably do the same.
That, my
Did-
friends, is how you spend money at the Eververse. Just
Fucking right.
save up until you really, really want something, and I guarantee you'll have enough dust. Get rid of
Pro
all your
tip.
ships and sparrows.
Yeah, pro tip: you don't need any of that shit. Just shard it and use the bright dust for the stuff you actually want.
Real talk.
Speaking of the selfie emote, did you guys see the quick clip that Destiny Fun Police posted?
I did not.
Yeah,
that was the funniest fucking.
You guys know how much I love that dude.
Oh my god! So he's in this engagement. He's in what was the map? What's the name of that map? Scary. It's Shores of Time, but Nessus.
Distant Shores.
Distant Shores.
Distant Shore.
Yeah. So somebody comes in and he like pops him twice with a hand cannon. They hit him. He melees them. As they're like stunned from the melee, he turns towards him and pops the selfie emotes. And for those of you who don't know the selfie emote, we talked about it before. The camera angle switches, so it's like, your guardian's taking a selfie. It goes from first person to like the selfie pose with the camera, and he takes a selfie with this dude who's spinning circles in the back that he just meleeed and stunned. The guy hits him, he pops his Ward of Dawn and just ends him.
It's so good.
I was like, yes.
That's great.
So yeah, that's pretty much the dawning. We did talk a lot about it. Like I said, we're gonna probably say it a couple times. In lieu of an actual episode, go listen to Potato Thumbs.
Yeah, because Christmas and stuff, and it's also pretty good.
Yeah, it's the season of giving, and we want to give those guys some more listens because we had fun last night on that.
That was a lot of fun, and it's very inside joke heavy.
Yes.
So, like,
oh my god!
If you're in our Discords, you're just gonna have a blast because we're just making fun of everyone.
Hey, guys, speaking of making fun of everybody, Warlocks and Mayhem right now are cracking me up.
Oh
They've got this infinite super glitch, and they're still trash with it.
Yeah.
And they're still trash. And it makes me so happy.
How is it that Warlocks have an infinite super glitch, yet I 100% of the time get off more tethers than Warlocks do void bombs?
Well, so it doesn't count as a super, it counts as a grenade, which is why which is one of the reasons why they're losing. So super good advice here. If you get into a lobby and you're against a whole team that's doing that, don't worry about it. Their kills only count for 1, whereas your super kills will count for 3. You can tether them to make them stop and just wreck them anyway. Or, I mean, hell, if you've got Golden Gun, you can kill all of them, or whatever, or hammers, or strike. Striker, you might have a hard time getting close, but
double pulse nades, man.
Other secondary PSA.
Make it fucking rain.
Play Night Stalker in Mayhem.
Play what?
Play Night Stalker in Mayhem.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, it's fun.
I am essentially a Night Stalker main right now, and it is incredible. I've converted my son. He was a Golden Gun main, and he's pretty much a Night Stalker now. And we're just going in there and wrecking their faces off.
You just lay traps. Sometimes you can get 2 tethers out at the same time.
Oh seriously, it's so good.
What is happening?
Oh my god!
I thought we were Titans.
I'm a Titan, unless it's the Crucible.
Here's the thing.
I thought we were
It's the
Titans.
Crucible.
Here's the thing.
I'm
As
probably
of
playing
right
Night Stalker.
I have mained the Fun Police build. Shout out to Shake himself. Since I don't know, year 3 of D1, maybe year 2. I don't know. Like ever since it was a thing, I've mained that build. But it actually works better on a Night Stalker in D2, and it's a bummer. But it is what it is. Like, to me, I'm a fan of that build. That build, shutting people down, it makes me so happy. Tethering them, then sending them a little emote before you kill them is great. It makes me too happy. So like, I don't really care what classes that's on, unless I guess if it went to Warlock, I'd probably just stop playing. But
especially when you take away the same Titans hammers 4 times in a row.
Shut up.
Oh,
and when they keep running into the same tether,
I don't want to hear.
It's kind of cool too. With the top tree, you can leave your tether as a trap, and then just like bait them into it. I mean, we talked about this a little bit last night, but drop your tether as a trap. You run out into the open and bait them over to your tether, and it's fucking so good.
I think the thing that's most amazing about that is the fact that people aren't catching on to it. Because, like I said, I was running Mayhem for a bit as a Hammer Titan, And that caught me the first time because there was this one hunter who was tethering above every single heavy on the fucking map. And the first time I got pissed, I'm like, you motherfucker. And then he killed me off. But when he came back, I saw what he was doing. I'm like, that's brilliant. And I hate it right now, but only because he's not on my team, because that's hilarious. And so, like, anytime I saw it, I would back off. And then meanwhile, like, 3 of my teammates rush past me. Oh, I want the heavy. And they all get fucking their heads stuck to the wall. And that hunter just grenades. I'm like, you guys, no, you're just failing. Stop.
Grenade. Yeah, it's all about that better devils.
Yeah.
I've actually been running old fashioned right now just because I feel like it does better hip firing in the air. I don't know. It's just a thing. But
I'm on that limited frame game.
It's funny. I went back and played some D1 last week, and I was hip firing like crazy, like just getting in the mix and hip firing, and it felt good.
How are the queue times for that, by the way?
Terrible.
Yeah,
absolutely abysmal. Like it was so bad.
No one's playing it.
Although you know which playlist is doing all right?
Rumble,
Rift.
Rift?
I'm not joking.
Dude,
the Rift playlist.
Shit.
The Rift playlist was sweaty as hell. There were people all over in there, like just game after game after game. Like it was great.
Did you check out like Grim scores and stuff? Were people like longtime players that were just going back to D1, or are they all new people? Or
honestly, like it was like a pretty frustrating experience. Going back to controller it's really tough. So like I was kind of out of it a little bit. Like I was getting angry with myself. Like I was not able to do what I know I could have, a year ago or whatever.
Right.
Which was frustrating, but no, I didn't check any Grimwork scores.
I'm just curious as to, other than like the private match people and everybody who goes back to play like the retro raids once or twice a week, whatever, like who's actually still playing the Destiny 1 campaign and stuff,
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm very curious to see that.
You know what I'm very curious to see? Some Christmas movies.
Oh my gosh.
And I came up with a list of my favorite Christmas movies, so I figure since Christmas music blows, we'll just talk about Christmas movies instead. What do you guys think?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Christmas music doesn't blow, man. I'm telling you, rock and roll Christmas music and fucking Motown Christmas.
Guys, that Hanson Christmas album is pretty top notch, and you know it.
That's awful.
Harry Potter's in that band, right?
Look, Scott, you don't have to hide, man. Like, we accept you and your love of the Hanson Christmas album. It's not a big deal.
Real Big Fish has a Christmas album, and it's pretty cool.
Wait, really?
Yeah. And I will only listen to it for short bursts at a time while at work, while my coworker is just playing it. So, because...
That's actually something I didn't know. I knew Reverend Horton Heat had a Christmas album.
Yeah. Real Big Fish has one.
Wow. Bad Religion has one. Bad Religion's is fucking awesome, and just for the sheer irony of like a secular humanist band doing like religious Christmas carols, it's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I don't know. Christmas music is so weird to me. Anyway, Christmas movies though. So you guys just want to go around the horn and we'll just rattle off some movies?
I mean, we're all gonna love the same ones. Does anybody have one that's out there? I mean, what are we talking? What are we talking here? We're talking Home Alone. We're talking Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, that was my first one. Was Jingle All the Way.
Jingle All the Way, incredible. Like that movie.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
Schwarzenegger and Sinbad, man.
Dude, and Sinbad and Phil Hartman's in it. Like,
oh god, I forgot Phil Hartman.
Come on, and the kid that plays Harry Potter from the Star Wars prequels is in it. Jamie.
That was a really weird era for Schwarzenegger too, because like didn't he just come off of doing like T2 and Predator and all these like crazy badass sci-fi action movies with explosions and shit, and then he did that and like Kindergarten Cop and a bunch of other like comedy family movie
Last Action Hero.
Yeah, Last Action Hero.
All right, Jingle All the Way was 96. What did Schwarzenegger do right before that? This is good. I'm Googling this. Keep it going, guys. You know what?
T2.
He did True Lies, Last Action Hero. Before that. Terminator 2 was 91. So that's, like...
maybe I didn't see it till 96 because I was pretty young. But.
And before that, you know what? And before Terminator 2, he did Kindergarten Cop. And before that, he did Total Recall. So he's been all over the place.
Interesting.
Let's just be honest.
Kindergarten
But
Cop.
you can't
President.
leave out Die Hard.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing.
Is
Every
it a
year,
Christmas movie.
Christmas Eve, me and Scary Internet Gal, we watch Die Hard and wrap all our presents, and it is the best tradition I've ever had in my life.
You
Dude,
That's
it
right.
is
I love it
100%
so much.
a Christmas movie.
That's a good
Absolutely.
movie.
I mean, it had like ho. It's a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
He does
totally
a
a
Santa
Christmas
impression.
movie.
There you go.
The TV edit
happens
doesn't he say
after-
doesn't he say Mother Clucker in the TV edit of that movie?
Oh, the TV edits are hilarious for those
Mm.
movies. They're so funny.
Probably. Yippee ki
Mother Clucker. Oh my god.
Die Hard is absolutely a Christmas movie. Does anybody else have a Christmas movie that's not really a Christmas movie, even though Die Hard is definitely a Christmas movie kind of movie?
I thought Home Alone was kind of a like not Christmas movie that is a Christmas movie because it takes
Oh,
place
it's totally
at
a
Christmas.
Christmas movie.
Home Alone is 100% a Christmas movie. It is not even borderline. It's literally about being alone on Christmas.
Is
So
Nightmare
are we-
Before Christmas a Christmas movie or a Halloween?
Yeah, dog. Christmas
That's
is in the
both.
title.
That's both.
Yeah,
You, you watch it covers both. I think that. What about movies that you guys watch around Christmas? That
A Christmas
are we
Story.
are we talking?
I've never seen that movie. I
Our,
refuse to at
our
this point.
family tradition for the longest time was to watch Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's a good one.
I love
That's
the
a good one. We
Muppets.
should do that one.
I think the best Muppet movie is Muppet Treasure Island.
Oh my god, that was a good one.
Don't think I've
Yeah.
seen that.
But you're wrong though, because it's Muppets Take Manhattan.
No,
That's a really good one too.
look, you guys, who's your favorite Muppet?
Ralph the dog.
Okay,
Ah,
I can't remember his name.
Beaker.
No.
it's either for me. It's got to be either Kermit.
Animal.
I was gonna say Animal.
my favorite.
Kermit or Animal.
My favorite are the two old guys, Stalder.
Oh, Statler and Waldorf. Yeah.
Dude, good thing
Somebody-
they saved the pig and the frog because it's too late to save the movie.
One of my
Oh,
friends
yeah.
actually basically called me and one of my buddies from Boston. We were at a show, and we were doing that to people, and and my friend's like, "You guys are fucking Statler and Waldorf."
Yep.
It's like, okay,
I love it, dude.
I'm okay with this. Those guys are awesome.
I'm kind of upset that the newest rendition of the Muppet Show didn't work out very well
Oh, you
because
mean
that was
30
actually
Rock with the Muppets.
yes, because that was so good.
Mm-mm.
Wait, what was that?
30 Rock is already a show. That's why I was like, I don't want to watch. A Muppet
It
version.
wasn't. It wasn't anymore.
I don't care. The show had already happened. They just made Muppets the stars of the show.
That's unfortunate.
But 30 Rock was a good show,
30
so I
Rock
don't
is a
care.
great show.
Anything Tina Fey does is pure gold. Don't at me.
Oh,
Actually,
no
you can
one's
at me if
gonna.
you want.
No
I
one's
will
gonna at
let
you.
you know.
Listen, old man.
Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
I'm just here to
Oh
piss
my
you off.
gosh,
That
that
show is
no.
fire. Oh my god, it's so good.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Mhm.
I haven't seen it.
Boobs in California.
Oh my god, Scott, you need to watch that show. It's so good.
Yeah, dude.
Man,
Sell me on it in 30 seconds.
No.
Titus is insane.
Wait, what?
Titus.
Chris
He's
Titus?
the most insane character. No, I don't know who that is. Titus is the name of the dude in the show, and like that's his name on the show, and
Oh.
he's hilarious.
I was just
Right.
well, Chris Titus is a stand-up comedian who had his own show, and it was like he's
Oh,
done.
I remember that show.
The show was like
Not-
mediocre, but his stand-up was pretty fucking funny.
I don't know anything about this guy except for I have a couple of acquaintances that are borderline racist that really like this guy. So that's that's all I know about Chris
Yeah.
Titus.
What's
That's
it
the
about?
problem.
Why
See, I don't-
can't stand-ups hold down a show? Like the only ones that ever really lasted were like what Seinfeld and Louis. Everything else is like 2 seasons.
Well,
and
not
you're out.
Louis anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's
Yeah.
done.
Yeah, let's just stay away from that. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a different medium, you know. Like, I mean, Seinfeld. It's not. I don't think Seinfeld would make it today. Like, his acting is just too bad. Like,
he was just so huge in the 80s. Like
Yeah.
Seinfeld was the guy.
I don't get
yeah,
it.
it was
It's not even
his
funny.
time for sure. No, get the
I'm
hell
not
out
a-
of here.
Dude,
No,
no.
Seinfeld. All right, watch his newest stand-up. It's pretty good.
Seinfeld is funny. Look, the show is for a different time, you know? Like,
The 80s were
it just
weird.
is. Yeah, it was a weird time.
Pauly Shore was big. What?
Okay, no, Pauly Shore is still gold. Don't at me.
I just
Pauly
did an
Shore is
interview with him,
amazing.
and he is such an interesting person.
Yeah, no,
He
Pauly
talks a
Shore
lot
is
about,
incredible.
like, he talked a lot about like MTV VJ era Pauly Shore, like making
Yeah.
making the movies and being the biggest thing in the world. And I was like, damn.
Being
Pauly Shore-
composed of like 98% cocaine. Like,
Mhm.
Pretty much.
do
Pretty
yourself
much.
a favor and go back and rewatch Encino Man. That movie is better than you remember. I swear.
I actually
And
watched Encino
Biodome.
Man very recently.
Oh, and Biodome is an incredible movie.
But,
Like, anybody that doesn't like that movie, I will
dude,
personally fight
Stephen
you.
Baldwin. We were talking about
Yeah.
Baldwin earlier. Alec Baldwin. He's in 30 Rock. Stephen Baldwin.
Stephen
Biodome.
Baldwin kind of went insane, though, right?
Wait, which Baldwin was the one that was in Firefly? Was that Steven?
Not related. But
Not
yeah,
related.
No, he's not related to the Baldwin brothers.
Interesting.
But that's Adam Baldwin.
I thought he was related, and he was the one that nobody talked about because I think he's kind of crazy.
No.
Yeah, Stephen Baldwin's an idiot. But that movie is great. I'll go on the record.
Oh man.
I'm going on the record. You can timestamp this.
I was looking up Christmas movies, and this one popped up, and I'm just curious if you guys have ever seen it. It stars my boy JTT, 90s heartthrob Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I'll be home
I
for
still have his
Christmas.
name tattooed on me.
Mm. I've seen it.
I'll be home
Hold on,
for
what's the
Christmas.
movie?
I'll be home for Christmas. It's
It is a
Mm.
Christmas movie.
yeah, it's
No.
I don't know. Is it a Christmas movie?
well, it takes place in a desert. So basically, he's like
Not the whole thing.
he's like
Doesn't sound like my kind of Christmas in a desert.
It's such a corny movie. He's like, I go to college. I like to party. And his parents are like, come home for Christmas. He's like, oh, like my parents. And then I forget, something happens at a bar and shit goes south. And he ends up waking up in the desert in a Santa costume. And he's got to find his way home for Christmas.
I've never seen this movie, but I am absolutely going to watch it.
I'm
You know what? Well, there's one Christmas movie that I never thought would be good until I saw it, and it was actually really good. Bad Santa.
Yes.
Look, I wanted to
That's
hate
a-
Bad Santa, but it's
I've never seen this movie.
Bad Santa's okay.
It's funny.
It's
I'll check it out.
it's Billy Bob Thornton, and usually with him, I'm like, oh boy. But this,
Yeah.
it's crude and lewd humor, but it's not bad.
There's heartwarming
You want
moments.
to
and stuff
hate
like
it, but
that.
you can't because you're like, this is actually pretty funny sometimes.
You know, I'm surprised nobody else. We were talking about Muppet Christmas Carol before. I'm surprised nobody else brought up the Muppet Christmas Story. Different one. It was on. I remember it from